we're going to start the fuck around session. And we're going back to the place. You know it, you love it. It's where everything began. We're going back to the alley, baby. The GVA OVA is done, and now we are back to our programming of the main campaign, Power Rangers Dimension Storm. We are going to pick up where we left off, which our team member of Hobby was not there for. We are going to go back to Burke Manor with old Batman, and then the rest of the
Old
session will
man.
be on the alley as we make our way back.
Barbara drove up and talked to Luke about their exploits on the SS Adventure and the angst she had towards Batman, and something happened 15 years ago. 2 people died. The Joker, Jim Gordon. Batman killed the Joker, but Jim Gordon took the blame. We talk, we eat, we go to bed. Billy comes over and talks with Stanley. It's 1C Billy. They fight. We get in the room. Charlie gets fucked up. Batman gets unmorphed. Mitchell gets into Billy's ship and does some crazy shit.
Yep.
That's all I really had from the last episode.
And then
Crazy.
we had two weeks of training. Cue the training montage music. It's the Anyways, yeah, we had a 2-week training montage with Batman. Now we got some sick new moves.
Yep. And Hobby, you said you wanted a point in conditioning.
I like to imagine that what he did over those 2 weeks was just continually take poison.
I accidentally tried sending a picture through Discord, and the first thing I see in my recent files is the picture I saved of Jay that says pathetic, and I named it "Sexy White Man Looks Down on Me, Ooh."
God, Jesus Christ.
God, what the fuck? We completely skipped intros.
Well, okay, so I mean that's fine. We're just here to fuck around. I'm just recording it for prosperity's sake.
Fair.
We're just
posterity.
catching up, posterity's sake, prostate's sake.
Yep.
So, you have a D6 in conditioning right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a D8 in conditioning.
So you get another hit point.
Yeah, he gets to have 6 health.
Damn, Luke is squishy.
Oh, I accidentally opened 42 out of habit.
So, you are in Burke Manor. I forgot what everybody learned.
Luke learned a cool new sweep attack.
Yes, you did. You learned a cool sweep attack. Okay, so and then Charlie, what did you learn from?
He taught me some key phrases to say to bad guys to kind of like catch them off guard. It was sort of like a way of me getting my like it's like a quip enhancement.
Yeah. First, you want to approach the bad guy, and you want to tell him, "Stop, or I'm going to break every bone in your body." And then Javi, you just sparred with Batman. He kept beating your ass, and you got a little tougher for it. I think you need to learn what it means to stay down, and not continue to get up. I ain't hear no bell, fool.
It just kept coming at him anyway.
All right, what did I learn? I learned something, right? You got tougher.
You learned how to take a fucking beating, is what you did.
I would say that getting stronger is a good substitute for anything I could have taught you. So, I'll say goodbye to the Chosen, the Batman himself, Stanley Burke.
Old man bats.
Old man bats.
Easy ass. Boom. Season 2 Luke. Get out of here, sad, angsty Luke.
All right. He'll say goodbyes. He just taught you, Luke. He taught you how to hit things. That's what we're gonna do for the D6 I had to give you. You get a D6 from Stanley Batman, and you got a new sweep attack. He showed you how to hit sweep. And Charlie, he sat there and he helped you get into the try to say things better. He saw you like throwing shit out there, but he kind of makes you hone in on the psychology of things a little bit. And also just blunt force threats are also, pretty good. And then Hobby, he was trying to teach you something, but you weren't learning and you just kept getting back up. So the thing you got was you're a little tougher now. Back on the alley. Yep. We're back on the alley, and it's just a fuck around session. Get into character. We'll take some turns, see what everybody wants to do, whatever you need to do to get back into character. We're just fucking around. So you're all on the ship. In between the time it takes, you got training for Batman, so no extra training, and I'm gonna have to cut y'all off for that for a while because I made huge mistakes in the past. So Orion does come in, and just says we are still on our way back to the 70s. I've gotten a few on our way back. I've picked up a few signals from the Lone Ranger. It would appear that the Life Force team has stopped as a whole with operating. I fear that what had happened has broken their spirits, and you might be back at square one once you return. However, it seems the Lone Ranger and his many signals that we are starting to get as we get closer has picked up the tide and has been trying to call us ever since. However, he does not have our direct channel, so he's just spitting it out, throwing it out there on a secure channel, hoping we would pick it up.
The Lone Ranger is. Wait, what's he doing?
Allow me to play this one for you. He pulls up a little thing. It's like a little media player. You see the play button. It's just, hey, guys, come back. I don't know if you are aware of this or not, but the Life Force team has basically given up. It's been a few days, when you said you come back. I'm sorry about that. That's a little rude. It's a little unnecessary. I'm still here, and I'm kicking ass, taking names. And it's all good. I promise you. All right, I'm completely lying. This is getting a little annoying and a little repetitive. Y'all couldn't have told me where y'all were going. You just left. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here, but I might leave. Maybe. Perhaps. Please come back. They aren't doing anything. I walk out on the street, have a little route that I take now, and when I walk past their houses, I just scream at the top of my lungs. I got shot, punched, begged, and don't tell Charlie this, but I think Carl might have retired.
What?
So
I'm very.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we got it. You guys said that that the time dilation, because of the time, we'd only be gone for like a day in their eyes.
A few days. Yeah, you said we'd only be gone for a few days. I mean, to be fair, we spent 2 weeks with bats, but that should only equal to like what, a week?
I mean, I know that none of this is an exact science, but we got to get back there. And why is the Lone Ranger? Okay, like I remember him saying that he. I know he helped us in that fight with Marcus, but he seems really different.
I think at the end of the day, he's good at the core. It seemed like he was kind of contracted by those Hyperforce guys to. I don't trust him. I still don't entirely trust him, but he's doing good where the Life Force team isn't, so I guess that's something to take into account.
This is so weird. Yeah, but we got to get back there.
in his other recordings that I had managed to get, some of which seemed like what you might consider a 3 a.m. drunk dial.
That seemed. Yeah.
Uh,
God.
he is no longer working for Hyperforce, and even in the recording, ripped the tracker out of his ship. Well, he thought he did. Turns out it was his main fuse box, and then he proceeded to rip out the tracker in the same phone call. These basically, I'm calling them voicemails. They are very long. Half the time he's drunk, and yes, it would appear that he is staying there until we come back, and he plans to maybe even work with us. I am still on my footing as much as you guys all are, so be wary of him. But if he proves himself, the Lone Ranger was a myth before I really got out into the multiverse and really was able to hear more of the stories. He seems a little unhinged, but that might be from the fact that he doesn't demorph. Um, he has a acquainted a lot of feats, and I think he might be a good asset if he is telling the truth. If he is wrong, you will not need to worry. I will rip him in half if I have to.
But Dad, I love him.
I'm
Oh my
not your dad.
God.
I mean,
So once we get back, we're to pick up where we left off, meet up or try to figure out what's going on with the Lone Ranger and see how much of an ally he really is, and I guess try to get the Life Force team back on their feet.
Yes, basically back to square one, where none of them are really doing anything.
I see.
So take this time, think about how you're going to approach this. But for now, we still have about a few more days of travel. So we will get there as soon as we can. Just think about it and take up things a bit easy. When we get back, as long as we are able to stay there without being followed or having to fight any of the Hyperforce, we will make sure to finish the space pirates before we leave this time.
look at Kiera, and I'm like, would that be okay with you?
She just kind of, I mean, they weren't really nice to me. I mean, I learned a bit about your family when we kissed. Would you save your father if he was about to get blown up?
That's a loaded
That
question.
was about exactly. I was going to say
Probably
that's a
not.
loaded question. I, let's talk about this away from the group. I think.
But to answer your question, I might miss my mom, but she also wanted me to marry Sandbash, and I didn't really want to do that anyway. I mean, he's cool. He's got a cool bike, but I mean, he's kind of headstrong and everything else, so I don't really want to marry Sandbash to begin with. So, I mean, they could be good people, but they choose not to, so fuck them. Orion just turns. I like this one. She's very wise.
Kiera, would you like to come down with us just to kind of like maybe we could hang out a little bit as we try to help the life force guys? You just hang out with me a little bit.
Y'all can't see this, but she does kind of tries to glance around the room a little bit, and just like on the pool table, like sitting on one of the cues, is just Allie with like a big smile and like some thumbs up, like, yes, do it, do it.
Do it.
And she's like, yeah, that would be pretty fun. I would like to do that if that's okay with everyone else. Mr. O'Ryan. And he's like, no problem with me. I'm fine with it. With you going and everything, I'm a little bit scared about Hayakawa and Jiraiya still, but maybe they could go with y'all too, as long as everything is calm. Make sure nothing is afoot. Make contact with the Lone Ranger first of all things. I'd rather not all of you walk into a trap. Once that's established, if he truly has turned, then everyone can go back down and figure out this whole thing as a team. Hayakawa is kind of on the couch, arms crossed, just kind of like, I mean, they wouldn't get the jump on me, but, you know, it is what it is. And Jiraiya is just kind of like giving him like the stank eye, like, what's that supposed to mean?
Mm-hmm.
So just relax, but also consider what you're going to do. I am a bit weary, so I'm going to lie down for a while. If you need me, don't hesitate, but talk to Ellie first so she can wake me up. and Orion is going to go up to his cabin, his captain's cabin, captain's quarters, whatever you want to call it. So, whatever y'all want to do. I mean, if y'all feel comfortable, we could jump down to the 70s and talk to the Lone Ranger by the end of this. But if not, it's fine. It's all good. We're all good in the hood. So just do what y'all want to do. We're gonna start at the top with Luke. Luke, what would you like to do during this time, mostly to help you get back into the character of Luke, or just whatever? So it's whatever you want to do.
I think Luke is going to. So, is anyone playing anything on the consoles?
No, everyone's just kind of chilling in here. Everyone's just kind of chilling. We can move some people around.
Some
You can take a
chilling
seat.
more than others, of course.
Obvious mega chillin'.
Meow.
Oh, my Luke is so happy to see his cat.
Oh, he's underneath you. Hold on.
Very, very much happy to have the boy.
He's
Giving him some loving,
Let me
some good
see
scritches.
if I can get him on top of you. There we go. Well, hold on.
There we go.
Right
It's
here.
fine. He's on Luke's shoulders or something. I don't know. He's just there. He's in Luke's personal
He's
business.
just chilling. So, what did you want to play?
He does love Resident Evil, but there are other games that we have, including some of the Batman games.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you did just
So-
leave Batman's place, so you're still in Batman mode.
Yeah. Yeah. So which one came out first? I'm trying to
Arkham
remember.
Asylum.
Okay, Arkham Asylum. So he's gonna plop Arkham Asylum up in there, get himself settled, and he's gonna play.
If y'all would have bought video games at the mall in Gotham, you would have bought the Stanley Burke version based off the actual
God.
events of Arkham Asylum. Except it would have been the Jungle Fury Batman Stanley and his Rogues Gallery. So I had it out there. I was like, but it's cool. You still get the whole Arkham experience. Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, the whole thing. So doing pretty good.
Yeah. If anyone wants to watch Luke play, he's totally chill with that, but that's what he's doing. He hasn't actually played this. Because it came out after he got.
Jiraiya's gonna watch you. He heard
Hell yeah.
Stanley was a master of stealth. This is the closest thing he can get.
So Luke's playing some good old bats. He's got the kitty cat. He's got Jiraiya. That's what he's doing. He's still in Batman mode, and like he's probably to Jiraiya, he'd be explaining like he'd be asking like, okay, so how familiar are you with Batman? Like, do you know his Rogues Gallery? So this is who this is. Like, this is who this is. This is like their deal. Like he's geeking out a little bit. While he's explaining like, oh, these are the villains. This is what they are. Like, this is who they are.
We're all just watching.
Kind of thing.
I'm explaining to Hira that I threw a sheet on that guy.
That guy, like, yeah, that guy threw fucking Luke through a wall. God, that was funny. I love that scene.
Yeah, not this version, but yeah, I did get thrown through a brick wall, and I still don't think my back's the same.
God.
And Jiraiya's gonna say, "Yeah, we heard a little bit about it. So he was in a suit of armor, and he tried to choke out Javi.
Yep.
That's how it started.
Yep.
And y'all could not hear him moving around in this old suit of knight armor.
Incredibly not.
My God. Jesus.
Hey, check this out, Jiraiya. I did my aura sight, didn't see him.
You're joking.
How scary is that? And then, so I thought it was a mess up. I checked again later when I was looking right at him. Didn't have an aura. What the heck? Am I right?
You know, he's lucky we're from different multiverses, or I would feel upstaged. That, because you saw mine, right?
Yeah, you got like a, black ninja-y thing. It's kind of faded, so you're getting there, I think.
That makes me feel better. That makes me feel better. But can he turn into a car or a trash can?
We didn't hang out with him long enough to see if he could turn into a car. He has a really cool car that we got to ride around.
I can answer that. Batman cannot turn into a car.
But
Just saying.
but even if he has a car, he still can't turn into like a fighter jet or be giant. He can't make
Not
can't make,
that I'm aware.
can't make clone himself. Okay, then I'm still.
I'm
a
sure he
superior
has the
ninja.
money to do all those things, though.
It's not the same. These are skills that I honed in, master. Still,
Okay. And he's just gonna go and get himself a drink.
I mean-
Another and one for Jiraiya. He's gonna come back, sit down, and hand him like it's whiskey. He's just gonna hand him like a glass of whiskey.
Hayakawa's kind of pacing around. I also heard that with their powers and the research I did on the Jungle Fury team, that the master powers are passed down each generation so they could add to it their skills, their learning, like any knowledge they have. But how does that work exactly?
I guess it's in the same vein as the Zeo powers in the sense that it accumulates over time.
Well, that's not the same
Just
because the Zeo powers come from the Zeo crystal.
well, yes. Continue.
So they're not really growing. They're just giving people the ability to have these things, and depending on what they do with it, they get better. So is it like a grid based thing? I still don't fully understand it. It's got consistencies, and then those consistencies contradict other consistencies. This thing makes no sense. Y'all live in a multiverse governed by this thing that doesn't even know what it wants to do or be. This is madness. It's madness. It makes no sense.
Starting to sound like Billy.
What he just turns to you. Watch your tone, boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think I'm gonna have a drink too. I think I just had a head. I think I just got a headache trying to still comprehend this whole grid thing. It's alive but not alive, sentient not sentient, and it just makes up shit as it goes along. It's like someone poorly writing a book. It's stupid. It's nonsense. And he goes to get him a drink.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't try to think about it too hard. It hurts my brain every time I do. But a lot of things hurt my brain.
I'm gonna ask Hayakawa to make me a grappling hook like Batman. I still remember we talked about that.
Hayakawa leaning on the bar, swirling his drink around. I mean, but you really don't need it.
It'd be cool, Hayakawa.
I mean, sure, but I mean, even with my power, my jump height is like tripled. Are you telling me your power just didn't give you any extra jump height? That'd be stupid.
It did. It did, fool, but that would just be real cool, you know? Just like we just visited Batman. Luke's playing Batman games. Come on.
Look, was thinking about what to make I'm trying to make things that help out the whole team. If you all want a grapple gun, I'll make a grapple gun. But I'm also thinking about upgrades to your Zords and how to incorporate your newfound Zords as well. Luke has the Red Lightning Turbo Zord, you have Bubbles, and Charlie has the Frog Zord. I was trying to make the proper adjustments to each so that way we could have another Megazord potentially. So y'all could use two at the same time even.
My God.
If I can figure out a good configuration and everything, you should be able to use two at the same time with little to no effort. As long as the configuration works, but we may have to change that. And the Turbo Zord, the Bubbles, and the Frog Zord may not be compatible. But if we can switch them around, maybe the Snake, the Gorilla, and the Cat Zord will be compatible, and vice versa. But I also might be able to work something out where it doesn't matter, and you can configure them in any way you want, depending on the situation at hand. But for right now, just trying to get those all together is what I would rather work on. But if you would rather have a grapple gun, I guess I can make you a grapple gun.
No. Keep working on what you're doing. And
No, 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 wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait, no,
wait,
no.
wait. I'm just gonna.
So, what's it gonna be, team? Grapple gun or another Megazord?
Luke, what if Lightning Cruiser became the feet, and then you could just like roll around, make the Zord like
Skateboard.
drive around?
like rollerblades.
Almost, yes, exactly.
I
The wheels move on their own. You don't have to really kick. You know what I mean? Hold on.
I get what you're getting at. I mean, I think that the Zord configuration is more helpful. I think we're all in agreement to that.
But to get into our Zord, we could use grapple gun. I'm just kidding.
Jiraiya is kind of mad. He's just like, yeah, it's a shame I just can't call mine. It's Orion said they're probably either just gone or something's wrong with the signal. If they're not, I'd have 2 whole Zords to give you. 3 potentially even. That'd help. Even
Whoa.
another Frog Zord, because apparently me and Charlie have the same powers. Almost. Just slightly different.
Can I just give you access to well, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to like have 2 Zords and you not have any. You can use my Frog Zord until, we figure something else out.
I was just gonna grow giant and fight them that way.
Well, if you can do that,
You can do that,
Yeah, I listed it off of my ninja abilities. I can
J-Man. So why can't everyone else do it? Like,
keep you
because
uh,
giant is one of the abilities of the Kaku Ranger in canon, and it's also one of the many things the ninja powers perk can potentially grant.
all right, but
Well, let's train me on some ninja powers.
Yeah,
oh my god, you tell me we could have giant Ghibli Charlie fighting monster?
well, he has to be, and he has to be morphed as the either the ninja powered version or even the Black Ranger. Either one will work. So if you mention that to Jiraiya, Jiraiya's gonna be like, yeah, we basically have the same power, just different universes. I mean, you don't look like me, but it should be the same.
Black Dog, teach me how to Dougie.
I still don't understand what is the purpose of keeping the dinosaur motif, but having a frog helmet. Why don't you just look like me? I don't get it.
Hey
It's
man,
multiverse.
I don't understand it either, but you're better at this ninja stuff than me. Maybe you can show me some things.
You're right. Where would be the best place to do this? The simulation room. We could make it big space, and we can grow giant. And he turns to Ellie. That's not gonna fuck with anything, is it? And she's like, man, it shouldn't. I mean, after all, we can simulate Megazord battles and everything in real space. So I think if you're trying to teach Charlie how to grow giant, it'll be fine. I mean, if anything, worse comes to worse, and it doesn't work out that way, I mean, just have Javi Orion open you the portal to the jungle.
That might be better because if we're physically getting bigger in a holodeck, maybe we should train in the jungle with Bubbles.
Well, hey, yeah, if you go to the jungle, you can give Bubbles some needed exercise, and he can hop around with all of you. It'd be great.
That seems like a lot of fun, actually.
That does.
Just Jiraiya and Charlie, like Bubbles makes a fucking wrestling ring out of trees and shit. Just starts pro wrestling Charlie and fucking.
That would be fucking fantastic. Can we make that canon, actually?
Not the wrestling ring yet, but we will have them practice their Charlie's giant mode and getting adjusted to the slower pace.
Right, but like Bubbles is just using like wrestling moves.
Every time you go to a wrestling match, they Orion makes sure Bubbles can see it with magic. So
That was fucking awesome.
Like father, like son, he's learning.
I'm gonna take out the Quasar Saber and start opening the portal.
we're going to the jungle. We're gonna fight Bubbles as Jiraiya tries to teach Charlie how to answer his name.
I was like, cheat! I will literally kill Jiraiya if he cheats with my son.
All right, so let me drop down Jiraiya and then Charlie, and
Dramatically on his shoulder, actually.
that's Javi. What did I call Javi? Jiraiya. Go ahead and change him. his peace sign. And anyone else who wants to come, you can drop yourself on the map. And Hied is going to be here because she wants to see this. Gonna be up on top of the rock. All right, you got to say the morphing sequence.
It's morphin' time! Black Ranger power!
Luke, you gonna come watch the thing?
I mean,
Or was he too busy
yeah.
playing Batman?
You can still play Batman. You don't have to be here.
Learning how to do stealth things in the Batman world.
Mm-hmm.
I think Luke just wants to veg out for a little bit.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long 2 weeks. It's been a very long 2 weeks. I think he just wants to veg out for a minute. While Hayakawa and Kamudi watch him.
Okay.
I guess if Hayakawa's sticking around. Or if he wants to go watch the boys.
So, Hobby, you can go ahead and explain to Bubbles what's going on if you would like to in character.
Ooh,
All right.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, like, I'm just gonna go like up to him in his ear. He's like, so Jiraiya's gonna teach Charlie how to turn big, and he wants to fight you while he's big. He's like, I want you to take him down.
Bubbles asks, should I be in this form or my metal form?
Whichever one you like more.
He's gonna stay like that for now. If things get tough, he's gonna turn into his metal form, his Zord form, more or less. Okay. So
All right.
Transform Jiraiya comes up to you. All right. So this is a little bit easier for me since I've done this for long periods of time and everything else. So it's not going to put as much of a strain on my body and be that hard to handle. But you seem to have standard ninja abilities. So this is going to be a bit more of a stress for you. So an explanation of game outside of Jiraiya. It takes Jiraiya 1 personal power to do this. However, he has to roll to see how long he's going to maintain it. You only have 2 personal power, so unfortunately, to get giant, you're gonna have to drain all 2 of your personal power.
It's gonna kind of be like a scare tactic almost.
I would say usually that it would take more than that for you because with Jason it takes 6 to grow giant. As Jason gets stronger,
Hey,
that
it's
number will
okay.
go down.
If this is the first training lesson, if I don't even have to get there, maybe I'll find out that I don't have what it takes.
Well, I'm telling you, if you succeed the roll to start this transformation, it will drain 2 of your personal power. And then if you succeed in keeping it with rolling the dice to see how long you keep it, if you keep it for a high amount, I will say you have this ability, but it is going to take all your personal power.
Hey, should we start with like other ninja techniques, like something that's like more like a smaller scale? I
thought we came out here so you can learn. See, you have the ability, you have the power. I mean, I learned a little bit about the water rangers, whatever that they're called, the aliens that look more like me. But your powers and the people that they learned it from, that were created from, is a man named Ninjor. But that's Ninja Man to me. So you have the ability. We just got to see if you can do it. If you can't, we'll do something else. But I came here to watch you fight a gorilla, so that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
So I need you to focus up, and like all your other ninja abilities, they're within you. You have them. Your frog coin allows you to do it. You just need to focus up and try to tap into that unlocked power and see how far it can take you. You may not get super big. Maybe you get a little more big, like a couple feet. But we're looking for big. You're looking to fight that guy, and you just look at Bubbles just staring at you, waiting with Javi on his shoulder. So, okay, so Charlie, you're going to need to roll me you're tapping into something, so I guess survival, and you're gonna have to beat out a 13.
Okay.
It's a 13 difficulty. Let's see if you can tap in. If you do, you'll have it, but it's gonna cost you all your personal power. Even in which well, you did it. So even if you get more personal power, like say if you do something and you get 3 personal power, 3 is probably still not enough. 3 maybe might be enough. If you get to 4, maybe it'll cost 3. But for right now, 2 will be what it takes. So Jiraiya backs up and you really focus in your thinking thoughts. You're like giant, 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 and you're thinking it so hard and saying it to yourself. And you hear Jiraiya saying, "You're doing it! You're doing it! You're doing it! You're getting big!" And then you have your eyes closed, and then you're just like, "Am I doing it?" And then you see that Bubbles is like eye level.
Oh shit!
Meanwhile, Hannah's just like, "Oh my god, yeah!"
Oh
Yeah, she's just like she's losing her shit. She's like she got so excited she flew up a little bit into the air and she's just like celebrating in the air, flapping her wings, and you're giant. And now Bubbles is just like, come on then.
That's just use all my personal power.
And then Jiraiya is going to tap into his ninja abilities for 1 personal power, dropping him down to 4. None of it's gonna matter because y'all are gonna get it back anyway before we go into combat. And Jiraiya is also big. As he celebrates, he's just like, "You did it! You see, it wasn't that hard. I mean, you look a little tired. You need some orange slices?
Yes.
We'll get to that later. Now, you got to fight him. Now, maintaining it now seems exhausting, but we need to get you moving. It's like training a muscle. You got to get moving." Jiraiya's sitting here. He's like moving about, light on his feet. He's like, "You see me? I'm relaxed. I'm calm. I have training. You're a little bit slower and a little sluggish. You feel like you're straining right now, like you're holding on to something really hard."
Feels very weird. It feels
Yes,
very...
exactly. So, go ahead. Hobby, if you could tell Bubbles to kind of probably take it easy. 1 punch may make him go small. And with that force, he's going to go very far, very fast.
All right, this time and this time only, we're taking it easy.
Careful.
Okay.
Okay. That's when
The Pacific Rim the theme starts playing.
an
So
actual Charmeleon to go easy on that Parasect
So-
that stopped respecting him.
So your stats have changed. You now are giant. I think that's what Bubbles is. I think he is giant sized, and you have those features. You have the height, you have the weight. Yes, he is gigantic, and so are you. So you, whatever it is you want to do, Bubbles is there. He's just kind of like, do what you want to do. Let's just get you moving.
Hold my arms up like...
So
I don't know.
this is going to be one of the tests I was talking about. You're going to have to roll me a might to see how well you do on your first throw, and this will determine a few things. And then that'll help me determine what your dice is going to be for holding on to it. The better you do, the higher your dice will be. I'm only going to allow you to go up to a D4. So if you do bad, it's going to be a D2. So up to D2 turns. If you do good, it'll be up to D4 turns.
Okay, so what do you... I'm rolling might right now?
Yes, might. Just flat out, just roll, see what you get. And I'll let you know how that determines on what your dice is going to be since you managed to succeed in doing this.
This, you said I'm like big and stuff now. That doesn't change my might at all?
I don't think it does. I think it's just because Bubbles is might. It might. I need to look back at the book, but Bubbles
Mine's like D2.
Bubbles might is a D8. So what yours is a D2?
D2, yeah.
Let's bump it up to a D6 just to kind of be fair because it is a D8. And it might be a D4. I have to go back and look at the book. I know it has some properties that can change for characters that turn giant. I just can't remember them off the top of my head. So
Do I leave difficulty 10?
just leave it 10. We'll figure it out.
Oh! Oh, God. That's funny. I
do you
rolled a
want-
fumble.
Do you want to accept that? Y'all have I think you'll have story point.
I don't mind a story point, but it makes sense for his first
It
transformation. Honestly,
feels like Destiny.
Okay.
Like he's barely holding it together.
Yeah,
I like that. That's
Bubbles gets up to you and he's like, "All right, go ahead, take your best shot. We're working together. We're teammates." And you're just
I gotta
You-
slap it. Slap his arm.
describe what you try to do to him. Like,
I kind of hold my arms up like what do I grapple him? And then he's just kind of like looking at me like do something. So I just kind of like a wimpy slap like on his shoulder. and I don't know, it doesn't do anything.
so to describe what's happening to you since you fumbled, you feel like gravity is fighting you.
Yeah,
You feel like you have
super heavy.
weights on you. You are sweating underneath that suit, and your stomach's grumbling. Things aren't right.
Oh.
You decide, I'm just gonna slap his shoulder. You go to slap his shoulder, and in the process of just moving your arm, you let physics do the work at like midway through it because you just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And in the process of doing that, your bowels release
Oh!
due to
Oh,
gravity. You can't hold it in, and you shit yourself.
Oh my god, that's awful.
And because you're gigantic,
That's
everybody
a
hears
lot
it.
of shit. Everybody hears it.
oh, I back
It's
up with
a lot
you.
of shit. Everybody smells it.
So you go to do that, you slap, and as it hits, you can't hold in your gut anymore as it releases, and everyone does it. Jiraiya even like backs up into the trees, and Bubbles is just like, all right, so y'all okay, I see y'all. And in the process of doing so, of that, you start to slowly shrink back down, and you demorph out of the pressure.
God, that's terrible.
You fumbled, bro. You asked to keep it.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck?
I
I
wasn't
thought you were just
expecting
gonna.
to make the
I
kid
thought you were
shit his
just gonna make him
pants.
shrink, but instead of shrinking down to the ground, he was gonna shrink up, and so he was in the air and just
Yeah,
fell.
I thought that too. Oh.
That would have made sense. Like he shrinks up into the air, then he falls like 30 feet,
Okay.
and he breaks a leg or some shit.
I mean, it is what it is.
That's less embarrassing than shitting
I'm gonna be
himself.
like,
Well, I mean,
"Can I
yeah, but I was
take me
thinking
out
of.
here?
I
Take
was
me out of
thinking.
here.
So real quick, I was thinking in the moment of what I had read from like the comics of like Ant-Man and the movies and stuff, and in the comics,
Oh,
it's there is a part where I think Hank Pym in the run in like the early 2010s, where he does shit himself trying to go too big because biological
Nope.
the
reasons.
Ninja
pressure.
training over. I want to go back to my room. Nobody follow me.
Bubbles, being the man he is, just like tries to block you from view.
Thank you.
Bubbles is such a friend. He's such a good friend.
Is there a creek I can go into?
Yes, there is not one that far behind the tree lines where it says "Get free RPG maps" that you can't see. So you run into the creek, and Jiraiya runs after you after doing that and starts to shrink back down. So you're in the creek, right? What are you doing?
I'm oh god. I've taken off my pants and I'm trying to clean this shit out of my underwear and I'm crying and and I'm just like cursing myself. I'm like,
Jiraiya, still suited up, hops in the water, and it's just like, hey, it's okay. I've seen other people. What? I didn't.
You didn't tell me that could happen.
I look. You managed to hold it, and usually they shit themselves after they grow giant. They don't even get to move, so you really lasted out.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh. I'm like, I sling my underwear like as far as possible, and I'm like cleaning my butt, and I put my pants back on, and I'm like crying, and I'm trying to like clean the tears out of my eyes. My glasses.
Jiraiya's just gonna like get close to you and kind of like
Go-
give you like a side hug, and he's
go
just
on.
like, look, it happens, like don't beat yourself up. I mean, Sasuke shit himself the first time he did it.
Who? What?
Sasuke, my Red Ranger, he shit himself.
That doesn't. Was his like girlfriend watching when it happened?
I mean, we were all watching, including our leader, who was a female. So, I mean, kind of, I guess she was also a White Ranger. That's kind of like a weird thing. You don't have a Red Ranger power, but she was a leader and she was a White Ranger, and he had is mostly white and everything. So, I mean, it's kind of the same.
This is awful. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go back to my
Alright.
room and just be alone for a while.
Okay, look, we can do that. It's just, I don't want you to like stop because of this. It's ninja abilities are complicated,
I can't think about that right now. I don't want to think about this anymore. I don't want to even talk about ninja training right now.
Okay,
I'm
hold on.
sorry.
Let me use a little more of my ninja powers. I can turn you invisible.
Yeah, please do.
And
Please.
I can just convince Javi to open the portal, and you can just sneak on through when no one's watching.
Yes, please do. Thank
So
you.
Jiraiya is going to expend 2 personal power to make you invisible, and you are now invisible to anyone's eye. So just follow behind Jiraiya, and Jiraiya is going to walk out, and Jiraiya is going to be okay. All right, Javi, can you like open the portal so I can go? He threw his underwear at me, and he's kind of hella pissed. So you can go talk to him. Like look, I kind of knew this might happen. It happened to Sasuke, but it's not my fault. And now I'm just kind of, I just want to go. You know, I don't really want to be in here right now.
Sure, fool. I'll go talk to him in a second. I mean, I'm like, sure, he shit himself, but like that was still fucking awesome. And he's gonna start opening the portal.
Jiraiya's like, that's what I thought, but apparently no. He slung his underwear at me, and he opened the portal. And Charlie, you can sneak on through into the portal.
Smells like shit and creek water right here.
yeah. I was about to say, I was like, oh god, he really did throw it at you though, huh?
Yeah.
And he's just like smelling.
Yeah, he did, and he's gonna go through, and then Hieda's gonna go through as well. So it's just you and Bubbles now. And okay, so Javi, you can go try to find Charlie in the creek and talk to him.
Oh god, I'm just in here for weeks looking for him. Like, they're never gonna forgive me. I lost Charlie.
So you go to the creek and roll me perception or alertness.
I was about to say, which one's perception again? It was alertness. Oh shit.
It's okay. You also have Bubbles, so
Okay. Let's see. I'll roll. Wait. How would he even roll for him?
I'm rolling.
Wait, alertness.
Or you can do it. You can go ahead and do it. So
Let
Bubbles crosses
Let
over
that
the
be a
creek.
lesson to y'all not to just let fumbles happen.
So Bubbles goes over to the side of the creek and he finds the shitty underpants. And then he kind of looks, he sniffs it, he comes back over here, and he sniffs around where the portal was all the way, and he just says, ooh, 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 and he starts waving his hand like, come here, move your ass, come on. And Bubbles looks at you and he does a little swirl with his finger and little fingertip tiptoes on his palm to indicate that Charlie went through invisible.
Okay. Damn. Well, shit. Where's the I never did give him a name. I never did give the white dino a name.
You just keep calling him your son.
Yeah. Oh, that is right. I'm gonna ask Bubble, where's my other son?
Bubbles he just kind of sits down, pats his leg like, come here, champ, let's have a talk. He sits you down. Ooh. Waves his hands around. Ooh,
Can't I actually understand him? I remember we had a moment where I could actually.
You can, but I want to act out the noises.
Okay.
You gonna take this from me, one?
No. Of course
I could
not.
take away your
Keep doing
toughness
it.
if you want to keep this up.
No, sir.
Just playing. So, so what he said is that everything was calm and cool, and then all of a sudden he freaked out. He flew around, threw some shit at Bubbles and everything. Bubbles fought back, and then he ran off into one of the tall caves, one of the big caves in the mountains, and he thinks he's in there. He seems agitated by something, and he doesn't seem like himself anymore.
Oh, can you take me to him?
Okay.
Actual English.
So what he said is okay, all right, look. So I can't, and I was told by my father not to take you because he's scared that you being removed from the white dino power, he's just going to see you as an enemy, and you're not winning that fight. So I can't take you out of the fear that he's going to kill you because my father Orion told me not to.
All right. I guess all we can do is wait now.
Oof.
I guess he's getting to that age. just like locking himself in his room.
Okay.
He'll come out when he's ready.
Yeah. So are you gonna leave or are you gonna stay in here for a little bit?
We're gonna chill with Bubbles for a second.
Okay, we're gonna hop back to everyone on the inside and deal with the situation at hand. So you come back, you know, yeah, Javi's not there. He would still be morphed as he came through. So the portal opens, Luke, as no one steps through. Jiraiya steps through, and then Hieta, back in her true form, steps through. And you notice Jiraiya just kind of like immediately takes off in a direction.
So what happened? Oh, okay. Is everything in Japanese? Is everything okay?
She responds in Japanese, well, it was going really good. Charlie got big, like Bubbles, but then he went to move, and just moving under the pressure, it seems, it made him shit himself. And then he dropped back down to size, ran into the creek beyond the brush. Jiraiya ran after him, and then Jiraiya came back without him, saying they got into a fight, and Jiraiya just wanted to leave because I guess Charlie thought it was Jiraiya's fault.
Huh. So Charlie's
It's been
still
30 seconds.
there?
We went through the portal. 45 seconds pass. We all bust back in. Like, don't talk to me. Don't look at me.
Well, you were still invisible when you came through.
Yeah.
So
Then-
Hieta's like, I don't think that's the case because whenever Jiraiya came, he said that Charlie threw his underpants in him, but he wouldn't smell as bad. So that means that he managed to turn Charlie either super small or Charlie was invisible and he came through the portal and he's on the ship. But
Wait a minute.
I probably
Hey, so real quick, looking around, is there a wet trail?
roll me
Great.
alertness.
I'm out. We can get
There'd
little.
be a
I
wet
would love getting little. Fuck being big. Charlie can get tiny, pocket sized. I'm gonna start just doing
Yeah,
that.
I'd say Luke spots a little wet plop plop plop.
Yeah, a little bit. If you really look for, yeah, you see it. But then Hieta's like, I probably should have told Javi that I figured that out. He might still be looking for Charlie.
It'll be fine.
Y'all
He'll
better
figure
not
it
let
out.
my friend hang out in the woods.
If it wasn't for if it wasn't for like Bubbles, he'd be like, "Fuck, I lost him, Charlie!" Just like through the woods with a jungle machete.
Turns into Castaway, and it's just like it's been many years, and everyone's just like, it's been like we came here after like an hour, noticing you were gone. What happened? Just Orion. I turned up the time dilation. It's been 12 years for him.
he's like clearly aged and like has like a giant like survival beard. Like oh god, he looks like he's been through some shit surviving in this jungle.
He had to kill his son with Bubbles.
Jesus Christ. If Javi's not back in like a few minutes, then I might pop in and be like, hey, Charlie's not in there, but I think it'll be fine. That's I guess that makes sense because like the pressure of like you expanding and then like the pressure on your bowels, and I'm not gonna get into the medical science of it, but I can see how that would happen, I guess. I guess it's similar to like how G-force will like knock people out
Everybody knows
because
about this
of
but me.
because of the extreme change and pressure in your body, and just I guess I would give him some alone time.
Okay, I think Jiraiya said something about orange slices, so I think I'm gonna go get some oranges and chop them up whenever he's ready.
Oh my god, that is so sweet.
And she's gonna
Yeah,
go
that would-
downstairs, and Committee's gonna hop off of you and follow her.
Oh, okay.
So she's going downstairs, and Kamuti's following to get orange slices.
Cats can't eat orange slices.
Okay.
I think this is an excellent start to season
Follow a
2.
TikTok about a cat that eats everything. It eats
So
a lot of stuff.
we're gonna cut.
We've started season 2 with Charlie shitting himself. It's great.
Yeah.
Marcus is just
Now
like,
he doesn't just cry and piss.
I was
he
gonna
also
say,
shits.
Updating his profile.
I was gonna say, you get to Marcus, and Marcus is like, what are you gonna do? Piss yourself? And Charlie's like, no, I'm gonna. And then you just hear,
Mark's like, what the fuck? Oh my god!
what happened to you?
It's like the Buckies. It's like Bucky's slinging their shit at their enemies.
Fucking process charge. Jesus Christ!
Okay, so we're gonna jump to Charlie. Jiraiya's outside the bathroom. You have the door shut, and he's like, you hear a knock. You hear just a little.
Yeah, what's up, man?
You want me to bring you some more clothes? You kind of
Yeah.
bolted in here.
Yeah, go to my room and give me some clothes, please. Thank you.
Okay, I'll do that. And he runs to your room real quick, and he goes and grabs your things. So you would also notice that both of your animal companions are just like sitting in there at somewhere. You got Tabby and Adam, and they're both just like
In here
watching.
with me.
Yeah, they're just in here with you, watching you.
What are y'all looking at?
Tabby tries to get close and tries to comfort you.
Okay, it works. I'm okay. It'll be fine. I love you.
Adam's just kind of there,
On the
sticking his
toilet.
yeah, it's just kind of like sticking his tongue to his eye, frog shit, you know.
Yeah.
So eventually you hear a knock at the door, and Jiraiya's like, "All right, I think I grabbed some stuff you would like, some comfort clothes. You can change it."
Thank you. Man, hey, I'm not mad at you. That was just super embarrassing. You know how it is. Like, I mean, I don't think you do know how it is, but that was just awful.
I don't know how it is. You're right, but I watched it happen to Sasuke and several other people back in California when I was trained. I never happened to me, but I mean, it was a bit of a mistake for me to try to teach you that anyway. That is on me. I should have started smaller, but you see, I brought it up and you were like, "Oh, I want to learn that." So in the moment,
I didn't. I just wanted to learn ninja stuff, and then y'all started talking about getting big, and I was like, okay. Oh, jeez. I just wanted to like learn how to like move around really fast and like hide in the shadows and maybe transform into a rock or something. But it's okay.
We can do that other stuff. I mean,
I might just chill out for a while on the ninja stuff. I know that you told me not to be afraid of it or whatever, but or just I'll be okay. I just need to just yeah.
well, either way, James, you can add getting giant in quotations to Charlie's character, to Charlie's ninja's abilities. Just make a perk or a power that says ninja abilities and add in the description getting giant in quotations, and you will have to roll a D2 to determine how many turns it lasts.
I used the Black Ninjetti Power Charlie Legendary Powers character sheet.
Yeah, you can put it on that. We're not to the point where Charlie can do it without being transformed. So put it on that and add a thing of ninja abilities and just put in the description growing giant and then just put a D2. That'll let us know the turns. You may not do much when you are giant, but you did manage to mostly hold out.
Jeez.
So
Impressive.
But Jiraiya's gonna leave you alone and let you do your thing as he eventually walks back into the room and changes down finally back to Jiraiya. He walks in, he hops over the couch and just plumps down right next to Luke.
Hi. Welcome back. I'm guessing Charlie's probably in the shower.
Yeah, he first cleaned off into a creek, but that jungle's great, but that creek was not clean.
Yeah. So I'm guessing, like, medically speaking, because the drastic change in like pressure within your body and everything, and like you aren't used to having that much control over your body because it's so much heavier. And Luke kind of like starts rambling into like medical mumbo jumbo of like how he thinks it works.
Jiraiya's just like, I never really thought about that much. I just knew that getting giant for your first time might make you poop yourself, but most people couldn't even move. He managed to get up, walk closer to Bubbles, and try to slap it. Most people, when they couldn't handle it, they got massive stomach cramps, and then there it went. I thought he was fine, so he did better than most people.
Luke just kind of nods, unpauses the game, and goes back to playing. like Jiraiya can tell that like something in Luke's brain is being filed away. Like he's just kind of absorbed the information. Now he's like back into video game mode. He's like, okay.
Eventually, Hieta will come up the stairs, and she has a small plate with some orange slices. As she looks, for a second, I got confused with the profile pictures, and I thought Fred was on the table for some reason. I was like, "What the fuck is Fred doing here? We're done with that. Stop trying to bang people's girlfriends, you nasty bitch."
Damn.
The committee hops on the armchair here and just kind of lays down, and Hieta taps Jiraiya on the shoulder as he turns around. She's like, "I got orange slices." He's like, "Oh shit, yeah. Charlie definitely might need those." And she's like, "You can take one too. You turn giant." And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure. I'll take a orange slice." And he gets his mouth and starts sucking on it and everything and all that. And she turns and she makes her way towards you, Charlie. So first she checks the bathroom. You're not in there. And then she makes her way up. You hear a knock at your door.
Yeah, who is it?
You hear, "It's me. I have orange slices."
Oh, gee. And I look at Tabby, and Tabby just looks at me like, open the door. Don't be a douche. And I'm like, ugh. Okay, come on in.
She opens the door and she walks in and she gets in front of you and she presents you with the orange slices.
Thank you so much. I don't know what it was, but I really. Oh, gosh. I'm so sorry you had to see that.
She's kind of just like, "I don't know what you're talking about. It was pretty cool. I think you did pretty good for someone who hasn't gone giant before. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious with everything, but I can do the same thing."
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Well, I take that back. I can, but I have to drink this thing called bourbon extract, and it's basically liquor.
Carbon extract. Anyway, these orange slices are really hitting the spot. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I heard Jiraiya mention them when you first went giant, and I was right to listen to that. He even had one himself. So just eat as much as you need.
I hope this doesn't make you look at me like, I don't know, gross.
She kind of sets them, the rest of them, like next to you, and then pulls up your desk chair and kind of rolls it closer to you. And she just kind of looks at you and is just like, "I don't really care about that. I've hung around worse people before and seen more embarrassing things. And to be honest, I going to be very honest when I say this, that when I look at you, I still see that golden caped person that decided, instead of using his strength to continue to fight."
Charlie kisses her.
I got whiplash. I got whiplash. I was in the mindset. And so, like, what kind of kiss? Like on the cheek or like?
No, like he's in a weird, like his chest is like gonna explode, and as she's talking, he just like shoves like his face into hers, kind of like boom, like not like a passionate kiss on the mouth, like when we had to learn English and Japanese together, but
So
not to learn anything.
you kiss her, and she leans into it, and y'all share a brief moment of just kissing. Yeah, sounds pretty fair.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so
that's it.
you
And then I'm like, and then I kind of back up and I'm like, I'm sorry. I think I just needed a nice moment.
she puts her hand on your leg, her right hand on your left leg, just like on the knee, and she just kind of smiles and she says, "You're a very strange man, Charlie Park, but I think that's what I like about you."
Do you want to be my girlfriend?
Do you actually say that?
Yeah.
So you say that, and let me finish. Don't assume anything. Jump down to conclusion. She kind of takes her hand back and does like the anime girl, like, just kind of surprised blush. She's very easy. You could tell she's easily blushing because she's pale fucking white. She starts to blush, and she kind of tilts her head to the side, and she's just. And then she kind of starts to smile, and she gives you a big hug, and she says she's really excited, and she says, "I would love to be your girlfriend, Charlie Park."
I'm like tears like coming off of Charlie's face, and he's smiling, and he hugs her back, and he's like, "We need to go on some dates, though. Like, I know that we still don't. We haven't really gone on any dates, so let's hang out. Let's when we get to the 70s, let's check out their mall and or something cool."
She says that she says, "I would love that. That'd be so cool, and I can use my disguised form, and I'll blend in, and hopefully if monsters show up, they don't recognize me in that form, so that way we won't have to deal with that."
Yeah, I've completely forgotten about the monsters. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But hopefully we can just have a nice time without any interruptions. Thank you so
And
much. You're so nice.
she said, "Well, you were nice to me first. You could have just saw me like a monster, but you saw him being mean to me and that I was nervous, and you decided with your strength to protect me instead of just continuing to throw it around like I'm trying to figure out the word for it, but I think uh, toxic masculine douchebag." But you didn't. You decided to protect me with your strength, and I think that's commendable. And she gets up out of the chair and pushes it back, and she says, "I am going to think about what to make for dinner. I know Hayakawa was going to make something, and I would like to help him uh, with the cooking." She seems very flustered, very nervous. And then she
Um,
just kind of, go ahead.
do y'all want? Well, um, well, I probably shouldn't hide away in my room for too long, so I think I'll come out and let everybody kind of say what they're gonna say. Hopefully, this doesn't become a thing that. Yeah.
She says, "You have great friends, Charlie. I don't think they're going to say anything." And then she leaves the room and makes her way. The orange slices are still on your bed.
I'm putting them in my mouth and pretending like I'm a gorilla.
Just like puts them in, just like looks around, knowing you're fucking alone, and is just. "Ooh, ooh, 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 ooh."
Takes it out. Wow, very powerful.
Wow.
Eats the orange slice.
And Hieta will make her way, and she will approach Jiraiya. I mean, not Jiraiya, Hayakawa. It says, "Hey, Mr. Hayakawa." And Hayakawa's like, "You don't have to say Mr. We're all friends on this ship. You can just call me Hayakawa or Yusaku in either way." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I know you said you were thinking about making something a little different for dinner, and I was willing if I could sit there and learn. I do like to cook every now and again. It'd be nice to learn different dishes that aren't just grossness chased down by liquor." for once. And Ayaka was just like,
I
well,
wonder what she's talking about.
yeah, sure. Yeah, we can do that 100%. Let's give it a little bit more time, maybe like an hour, and then meet me down in the kitchen and we'll get that started. I'm going to go do a few things and get ready, and I'll meet you down there whenever you're ready. And she's like, okay, cool. And she's just going to come over here and sit in the chair and just kind of watch and see what Luke is doing on the video game, because she doesn't really seen video games before. So this is this is really new to her. I mean, she played Smash Brothers with y'all. I think she was there for that.
She won. She like won a few of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, she did. Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
But she's still learning, and this is a different game, and so she's kind of interested in what's going on.
Yeah, it's a lot more involved. I would like to say that Luke is beating the fuck out of Killer Croc currently.
So you'd be in the maze section underneath Arkham Asylum, running underneath and trying not to trigger Killer Croc by stealthily moving around to get the plant extracts necessary to make the counter to the toxin serum.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So
Yeah, he's in the Killer Croc section. I know kind of what you're talking about. I
Yes.
just know it's the maze part. And there is a fight where he gets slammed through a wall, I believe.
yeah. So that's where you're at. Things good. Everything's good in the hood. So you're all playing that. Charlie eventually comes down out of his room, Ghibli style.
Yeah, I'm sitting across from Kira, and I'm just kind of like smiling at her every now and then, but watching the game, and we're just kind of like being awkward, like little kids.
Yeah, y'all. Anyone who would like to sense the awkwardness, roll alertness, and then after that, we are going to jump back to Javi, who's still in the jungle.
Oh, I feel like it's pretty palpable. I feel like it's pretty palpable.
I'm going to forget about Javi unless I go back.
I was about to say, I was like, I'm just gonna jump through the portal and be like, guys, I lost Charlie. I'm sorry. Just like as a joke, because I know that he already walked out, but nobody came to
Kind
get
of
him.
a dick move for everybody
bad about it.
leave you there.
Yeah.
Well,
set the 8.
Luke said that if he wasn't back in a few minutes,
Yeah, but you're involved in a game. That could.
Yeah, you completely forgot because you're playing.
he
the
did.
game.
I'm gonna be honest. Luke did go time blind, and it's been an hour.
Also, none of y'all can open the portal without Orion.
Orion.
So is that 18 the roll for the palpableness awkwardness? Is that what that is?
No.
Yeah, I thought it was.
That was for the spotting the wet plop.
Oh, that was.
God damn, Luke.
How's a 20?
So after Charlie
20. Listen, Luke has been in this exact situation where he's had an awkward, weird crush. Okay, he knows what it looks like.
And this is also so much like
They're dating now. That's not a crush.
so much like Joe to roll 18s and 20s to spot water and awkwardness, but when it comes to
Yeah, and then when it comes to everything else.
Yeah, when it comes to combat, I'm gonna be rolling 3s and 4s, baby.
Shit.
So,
oh my god.
So after Hyota comes in and talks about Haiko, she sits down, and then eventually you see Charlie, and you kind of like glance at it, and you're like, I don't want to like put any pressure on him. You know, you're still playing the game, and he sits down, and then you kind of like you feel something, and you're just like, what's going on? You look at Charlie, and you see him. He's Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, kind of like smiling over there. And I want to see if Jiraiya has senses this, but then you look at Hyota, and she's just kind of like,
it's so awkward. You have to beat a 3 to sense it.
Jiraiya's love blind. Jiraiya's love blind. So yeah, you could see the two, and you're just like, she went into his room, and now they're coming out like this. And you can do with that information with what you will, Luke. You can decide.
Oh no, Luke's like in that stealth section, so he's stopped moving. Like Batman is like in one of the
he's in the crouch position.
And he's like just in the crouch position, and he's holding it, and he sort of looks at Hyota, and he looks at Charlie, and he looks at Hyota, and he looks at Charlie.
And we don't even notice that Luke's looking at us back and forth.
Nope, you know.
And he's like, can I attempt to roll insight to tell if it's because they had the sex or if they're just
oh my god,
stupidly awkward?
You needed to clarify a target. I won't let you to insight both of you. You have to pick one.
Luke
I'm gonna insight Charlie because I feel like that would be easier.
You get a
Charlie,
plus.
why are you
plus
smiling
one.
like that? Didn't you just
You get-
shit your pants?
You get a +1 since it's Charlie. Since you know Charlie will better, I'll give you a +1.
He's got Charlie expertise.
Okay. I got that Charlie expertise, yeah.
This is where you fumble.
I mean, listen. Yep, I failed. Luke's like, what the fuck is happening?
So
I mean,
you don't
Things
don't know
that
what-
you might have.
you can't figure it out, and you're starting to get nervous. Also, it lines up with what I said earlier. If they did, he lasted like 30 seconds.
And we were
Oh
Yeah, Luke's gone from like, kind of intrigued to concerned. There is now
I'm
concern,
gonna put
and he hits the. Go ahead.
I'm gonna put No Time for Caution in the music list.
Oh god. So yeah, he's gone from intrigued to now there is concern happening. So he actually hits the pause button, and he just sort of.
the game pod. You
Hey,
okay
Char-
with it?
hey, Charlie, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah. What's up?
Just come here. And he like goes over the back of the couch and like comes over here.
So Jiraiya seeing you put down the controller, not pause the game. Jiraiya's gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
Jiraiya's gonna start playing, and he is gonna say,
Okay.
"Should you be doing that? Isn't Luke playing?" And Jiraiya's just like,
I don't know.
"Fuck it."
He's gonna get me killed. He's gonna lose all my progress. I haven't saved. Anyways,
Arkham
yeah.
Asylum auto saves. You fucking idiot.
Oh, it auto saves? Okay, well, I am not super familiar with that aspect of it, okay? I'm just used to having to save constantly.
How about
and
you fucking get good, you fucking scrub?
Get out of here, Stanley. Anyways, so Luke's gonna get real close and be like, okay, Charlie.
I think we had sex.
That's when Luke just kind of like pushes his
No, he
glasses up
knows.
on his head
No,
and like
he knows.
rubs his
No,
eyes.
he knows he didn't. He knows he didn't. He's just like, what? What's up?
He-
I shit my
Oh,
pants.
okay. I was about to say, if you say that in character, Luke's about to have a fucking
I-
conniption.
I realized how funny it would be to say that, but no, he's not that
Thank-
stupid.
God.
Luke's just like, so
She's my girlfriend. She's my
what?
Kiara's my girlfriend. Kiara's my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend. She said I was really embarrassed after I pooped my pants and I was scared. She came to my room with orange slices and she was just being so nice and I don't know, something came over me and I kissed her and then I asked her if she'd be my girlfriend and she's my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend.
Okay. Cool. So nothing else happened.
No, pooped my pants, kissed the girl.
Yep, we covered that. Yep.
That's it.
Okay.
Those things. We're gonna go on a
Or
when we get to the 70s. When we get to 6L324, we're gonna try to go on a date.
okay.
I have a girlfriend. I've never had a girlfriend before. This is crazy, Luke. Luke, you got to teach me how to have a girlfriend properly. I look so much. You gotta show me the ropes. Like I don't want to fuck this up.
I feel like Charlie's probably getting closer and closer to Luke as he's saying this.
I'm like, I'm grabbing your shirt. I'm like, I can't mess this up. I've already shit my pants in front of. Like, I don't know what to, like, I'm freaking out.
Okay. Charlie. First, I'm gonna need you to take a deep breath, okay?
Ugh.
Okay.
God.
Can you please let go of my
Oh
shirt?
shit! Sorry, I didn't even know I was holding you.
Okay. Listen. When it comes to being in a relationship, the best advice I can give you is to just communicate with each other and be yourself and be honest. She likes you and it's obvious, and you like her too and it's obvious, and that's important and good. It's just, like, just make sure you guys are talking with each other and that you're honest with each other. But um, it, just because the whole impulsive kiss thing happened earlier, do you?
I didn't
God,
I didn't do it like to like
no. I know that didn't happen.
no I'm saying like,
I now
I
understand
I
why.
didn't kiss her because like I, I don't know I feel like it was like one of the worst moments of my life and I needed a win. I don't know how to explain it
That's
better.
I understand
Like
that.
I like cried and like ran into the creek. Like it was terrible.
I'm sure it was. But okay, real quick to get to the point that I was making. You understand like the concept of consent?
What do you mean?
Okay.
I'm from 1980.
So
Explain yourself.
okay. So whenever you are engaging in physically intimate behavior, whether it's with someone that is a friend or someone you are romantically interested in, it's important to make sure that they are okay with it. Now, I'm not saying that the spontaneous kiss was a bad thing. That's fine. That's cute. It's really cute. I understand that. Um, but if it's gonna be more than that, which it might be eventually, you need to make sure that everyone is on board and okay with it. And by that, I mean Hiera.
So,
It's important to clarify, like, hey, are you okay if I do this? And she needs to clarify that with you as well, too. Like, it's important that both of you are on the same page and comfortable.
so don't just like take her hand and hold it. Like ask her if I can.
Typically hand-holding's fine, and it seems like she'd be perfectly enthusiastic, but since you're starting out, I would get a baseline idea of what she's okay with.
I'll go to my room.
I mean,
I'll make
it's
like a list of questions and then I'll just we'll knock that out. Well, I'll ask her like, hand holding. Can I like bat my eyelashes at you? Can I write you letters? Are you cool with like accepting like
Charlie.
love letters? Because I kind of want to go write a love letter right now, but I need to know that she wants to get a love letter.
No, you don't have to go that in depth. Okay, so let me explain it this way. So you really like hugging people, right? So does Javier. You and Javier are both very physically affectionate people. But not everyone is super okay with being hugged, right?
Right, yeah. Some of the ways that Javi has hugged me, it made me uncomfortable at first, but then it's just fun getting carried around.
Yeah, but the point is there was still that uncomfortableness, right? And so it would have maybe been beneficial if Javi was like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna pick you up," or like, kind of gotten clear, like, "Oh, you're okay with it."
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You don't want to be uncomfortable ever. Not even for
Right. So I
not my
mean, writing her a love letter's probably fine. You don't have to get clarification for anything. It's just mostly like if you're gonna be physical with each other, make sure that each other is comfortable
Man,
with it.
you're
Okay.
really good at this stuff. I bet you have like a girlfriend back at home that's like, and I know that our planets are like, being held like in suspension or whatever, but
I don't have a girlfriend, Charlie. I never have.
why am I taking advice from you fucking loser? That didn't happen. I didn't say that. No,
Chesterton fucked up. Like, I bet you suck dick.
what are you, some sort of gay?
No.
No.
Yeah, definitely not.
Charlie just is like, okay. This helped a lot. I kind of feel a little bit uneasy suddenly. Kind of unsure about a lot of things. I need to figure some stuff out.
Okay, like I said, I like holding hands is probably fine. You don't have to ask if you can bat your eyes at her. Like, you guys obviously do that mutually. It's just,
Now
God,
that
why is this so
you're
difficult?
talking to me
I
about it,
feel
I
like a
remember.
dad.
No, now that you're talking to me about it, I remember going shopping with my mom, and like some of the salesmen kind of like looked at her a certain way, and she was like disgusted. So I'm like, you're making me remember that, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. Can we skip to something else? Because I don't want to have this conversation anymore.
No, like, I mean, Luke gets the point across that like, hey, consent's important. You don't have to get it for every single teeny tiny thing. It's just like if you're gonna be physical with each other, make sure you're on the same page. Make sure she's comfortable. Make sure you're comfortable. We're completely skipping over that Luke doesn't have a girlfriend and never has. I love that Charlie's like, okay,
Loser.
Well, why are you so good at relationships then if you never had a girlfriend?
Charlie, I'm gay.
Um,
And you can tell the second that Luke says that, he flinches. Like, Luke says that and he flinches.
Charlie, like, oh, I didn't even know you're. Why did I not know that? I feel like a terrible friend. Did you tell me that and I forgot? Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
No, I haven't. I haven't told anyone until. Oh, well, Orion knows, but that's because he's Orion. It's not exactly something you just say.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, we're keeping it a secret? I'll keep it a secret. I still love you. Are you okay? Can I hug you?
Yes, you can hug me.
Charlie just loves you.
Yeah,
Charlie told you he loves
Luke
you,
will-
and he won't say anything. And it's like, that's why you're so good at relationship stuff. And I'm sorry that I kept assuming that. Man,
No, it's you're fine. I'll love you too. Thank you.
You want to be my boyfriend now?
do you want to be my? Can I be your boyfriend? I want to have everybody. I'm
No.
trying to catch them all.
But no, we have that awkward, sweet moment. They hug each other.
Okay, now we're gonna make a quick jump to Javi. Javi, what are you?
Just I don't know, man. We're just chilling, bro. We're just like, damn, nobody. Like, he's just kind of sulky. He's just like, no, everybody just left me here. Like, they're
Bubbles points out. He points at the sword and says, "Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, saying you can go back at any time."
yeah, but they just let me believe that Charlie was still in here. And what if I was still looking for him? What if you hadn't spotted him?
Ooh. He puts his two fingers to his head. Ooh, ah, ah. And he says, "How did you not spot him?"
You're just like them. And he's just gonna no, I'm playing. I'm playing. He's like, I guess I've been here long enough. Like, I gotta go see what everybody's doing and see how Charlie's doing.
Bubbles gets up and stretches. Ooh, okay.
All right, he's just gonna open the portal and walk through.
Okay, so you're going back to the
Mm-hmm.
I love that Bubbles could just casually say, okay.
Okay, yeah, I love that. It's just like otherwise it's just gorilla noises and they just okay.
the one thing he picked up. All right, so you plop back down here on this floor, and as you open the portal and you come back through, what do you do?
He's just kind of gonna go over to Charlie now that he sees that he's corporeal now, and go and just be like, Charlie, that was fucking awesome, dude. I mean, yeah, you kind of shit yourself, but like still, like that was still fucking cool.
Hey, Javi. Yeah, that was awful. Did you? I'm sorry that. Did you tell Bubbles? I'm gonna tell Bubbles I'm sorry for what transpired.
Nah, he doesn't mind.
And I'm sorry that I left my underwear in your pristine jungle. And I get real close to Javi, and I'm like, I have a girlfriend.
He's like, you guys just settled on that? I thought she was already your girlfriend.
Yeah, I didn't know for sure, but I made sure. I was freaking out, man. She brought me orange slices. She's the sweetest person I've ever met in my
Oh, the classic orange slices. No,
Classic orange slice move. I've seen it trick a lot of
gets him every
guys.
time. Damn, I would have folded immediately.
Oh my god, I'm so scared. Yeah, this has been the weirdest day of my life, and I live in a spaceship.
I live in a spaceship.
With a bunch of future people. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry.
No, you're cool. Why don't we go back and hang out with everyone?
Okay. I want to hug.
So-
I want to hug Javi.
All right, I'm gonna give him like one of those big hugs where I hug him and like kind of lift him up a bit.
Squeeze me too much. Go ahead and squeeze the hell out of me. I ain't got nothing in me to poop out except for some more slices.
Are you sure about that? I will make him roll might, and if you fumble against
No.
Do it. No.
Do it. Oh god,
No.
my throat.
Every time I shit myself, it's gonna advance my relationship with my girlfriend.
That's awful. I hate that.
Oh my god.
Please stop. God, this is so
So
bad.
anyway, so as y'all go to sit down real quick, if y'all want to see something that's happening,
Mhm.
so real quick before you all go back down, would you like to see what's happening on the top floor of the ship?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm afraid.
Charlie never adjusted his settings, so Allie saw everything.
Ah,
And so Allie, the size of Tinkerbell, is jumping on Orion cartoon style, beating his chest, trying to wake him up, just like screaming, like, "Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What's
son of a
happening?
bitch! It's an emergency! Wake up! Wake up!"
That's
And
hilarious.
eventually he turns over and he's whenever Orion sleeps, fun fact, he's in his true state. So he's this giant tiger cat man as he like, what's going on? What's going on? What's up? As he tries to get, she's like, you don't understand what happened. Magic happened. And he's like kind of like confused, like eye half shut. What? She's like, look at this, and she pulls up the screen and turns on the audio, and he gets halfway, and then he's just like, I don't need to see. No, wait. I know, I'm serious. I do not need to see whatever happens. No, just watch. And he watches, and he's like, okay, they're boyfriend and girlfriend now, and she's just like, "Ee!" and she's like jumping around, flying air. It's like, it's fantastic. I'm so happy. I knew it. I knew they were gonna get together. I think everyone did. That's not the point. The point is, I knew it. I'm so happy. And he's just like, you woke me up for this. It was important. It's not important. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I think it was important. It was not important.
He's not passing that test. That like, there's this test on TikTok where a girl will say, "Oh, look at this bird," and when a boyfriend comes to look at the bird, that means he passed the test. But most boyfriends will be like, "I don't give a fuck about some bird."
Orion rolls back over as she's just like leaning over his shoulder, just like, I'm so happy for them. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Yeah,
That's nice.
gonna-
That's nice, dear.
Do you want me to wake you up for dinner? Hayakawa's making something special. Yeah, wake me up. Wake me up for dinner. I'll get up for dinner. That'll be fine. Okay. I'm so happy. You could stop talking now. Yay.
That's like,
I love her.
Oh,
I love Allie.
Allie so much.
So we cut back, and Luke, you go to sit down, and as Javi and Charlie have their conversation, you go to sit down, and you notice Jiraiya is playing.
What is he doing? How is he doing?
I'm about to roll for
You
that.
son of a bitch! I'll kill you.
oh, we got him.
Jiraiya is an admin video game player. I'll give him a +1 to a D4.
Damn, he is kicking ass.
He's past Killer Croc. I don't know what's after. I can't remember
Nice.
exactly what's after the Killer Croc section, but he's past.
But he's past it. He's past it. Luke just kind of sits there for a minute, like, nice.
He's hacked into the system. He's found the Power Ranger Batman skins that aren't even existing in this game.
I mean, Allie could easily make that happen, like with no effort.
Yeah, she can mod it.
She could easily mod it. So he's just like playing. He's like, you don't have to walk as slow as you were walking in the Killer Croc sections. You can move at a decent pace, It's just important to watch the meter, and honestly, I feel like you should have figured that out by now.
What?
To be fair, I was a little bit distracted by the two lovebirds.
What are you talking about?
Oh shit!
That's right.
Jiraiya doesn't know.
Luke just rolls his eyes.
What are you talking about?
So
God.
y'all continue to watch Jiraiya play, or y'all can play a multiplayer game until it's time for Hayakawa to come get Hieta and they start making dinner. If y'all want
I
to.
mean, I'm fine watching Jiraiya play Batman, unless we want
Charlie's
to
not
play
even
a
watching.
game.
I'm just chilling
Yeah.
over here playing God of War again, finishing up God of War on the PSP.
Ghost of Sparta or Chains of Olympus?
Yeah, on his PSP.
I think it was Ghost of Sparta.
Nice.
Or was it Chains of Olympus? I don't remember.
Either way,
it was one of
either
them.
way, y'all just occasionally hear, I
Yeah,
will have
say
my
we just
vengeance.
grunting noises. Just grunting noises.
Yeah, it's like, dude, what are you playing? It's like I'm getting the red orbs, and it's just like from the fucking like, yeah, exactly. Bro, you don't understand. I'm doing it for the red orbs.
Anyway, so eventually time passes. Hayakawa comes out of his room and he's down to a tank top and some joggers as he gets Hades' attention.
Oh no.
And he's like, "Hey, I'm ready to start dinner.
Bloody
You wanna come learn some stuff?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And she gets up and she briefly just like turns around and looks at Charlie and then continues down to the kitchen area.
Girl, you better watch out.
Charlie gets up, like puffs his chest out, and just like walks like a meathead down the stairs. arms like puffed up, like and just like walking. Just it's like that guy walking into that restaurant to slap that food out of the guy's hand.
Oh yeah, exactly.
He's just walking like a meathead, chest puffed up. Just starts walking downstairs, heavy footing each step.
I shit my pants today.
God. I have to ask for science reasons. Were they gray joggers?
For science.
No, they're fucking black. He wears a lot of black out of the silver, okay? Stop being goddamn horny. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Charlie.
Honestly.
Listen, you can't tell me to watch fucking Mega Ranger and then I see Hayakawa, cool guys don't look at explosions every fucking episode he's in and expect me not to simp for this man.
You keep it up, I'm putting him in the all denim fit.
No, oh god.
He wears an all denim fit in the show, and I love it. Now, anyway, stop being horny. Anyway, Charlie, how do you want to empty your balls tonight?
I don't need to do
Wait,
that.
no, Luke didn't have the sex talk with him. He just talked about consent.
I'm not doing that.
Anyway, so Hieta and Hayakawa go. They walk up. They go down. They go upstairs to go to the kitchen. So, what do y'all want to do until dinner is ready? Continue to watch Jiraiya just absolutely just destroy the Riddler trophy challenges?
I'm gonna go to the holodeck and practice asking for consent.
Okay. What is everyone else doing on this floor while Charlie goes to?
Though I think that's so sweet.
Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna simulate the park. We're gonna go to New York. We're gonna go to one of the parks real quick and use that as like a thing. We're gonna go here real quick. Go to the park.
Allie, load up one pretty girl, please.
Oh, I've got you covered. This is gonna be fucking hilarious. Just wait till you see what I'm putting down on the screen.
Turn off safety protocols and raise the Bobby Hill factor.
Get out of here!
I'm gonna see here in a second.
So he's just fucking talking to Aurora?
I'm using her token. She's a pretty blonde
Okay.
girl, and she dresses up like Aurora and everything. It's just a bit of funny. It's a little gag.
Okay.
But
Funny joke.
for your instance, you are on a date with this guy, Charlie. You do not know your computer simulation, and the whole thing behind your idea is that you're here, and the moment he do is anything you would consider not consent wise, go free ahead to roll. That's my purse. I don't know you, and kick him in the balls.
Okay, let me just go ahead and get that pulled up then.
Allie's being a bit mean, and she wants Charlie to learn this the right way so he doesn't fuck this up. Allie is pulling the strings behind it. The moment Charlie does anything, she's just gonna pull the switch, and you're gonna kick him in the nuts.
God bless. Okay.
All right, so Charlie, you're in here. The simulation has pulled up a pretty blonde girl. Whenever you are ready, just say "run simulation."
Run simulation.
Okay, simulation's active. She walks up to you.
Hey, it's been a long time.
What do you mean been a long time? We are speed dating. This is the first time we're meeting. Are you a stalker? Oh my god, you're a stalker.
I just was gonna say it's been a long time since I've done speed dating.
Okay.
Allie, give me a text readout of what speed dating is real quick.
I don't know what speed dating is. Someone else is gonna have to tell you.
Speed dating is
I
basically.
know what it is, but Charlie wouldn't. He's from 1986.
Okay, so now Charlie knows what speed dating is.
Okay. You look very lovely.
Thank you. I stole this off a homeless person 5 feet away.
God.
He's a very well-dressed homeless person.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they stole this from someone else because there was another person like a couple blocks down and they were naked completely. But I don't know if that was just the meth kicking through their system or if they just got robbed. I mean, it could be either way in this area. This is a really bad neighborhood.
Oh my god! Should we leave? Should we go somewhere else? Should we maybe go see if we can help that person?
They're fun. You just gotta leave it be because if you get in there, it's a whole thing. Then suddenly you're part of a gang and you have a giant scorpion tattoo on your back and you're smuggling cocaine across the border.
Jesus Christ, Allie set this up?
Allie just made her a bit too real. But I mean, Charlie, it's a simulation. At any point, you can ask for a reset and get a different personality.
You could.
Charlie's just gonna be like, would you like to hold my hand just to see if we have any sort of chemistry or connection?
Sure, why not? She holds out her hand.
And Charlie holds out his hand and doesn't like he goes like 90% of the way, and like has his hand under hers but doesn't like touch her yet. Like kind of waiting for her to set her hand into his, even though she's already said sure.
She makes the initial contact.
This is nice. Would you like to walk around the park with me?
Sure, but you're acting really weird. Are you sure you're not my stalker?
No, I mean, yes, I am sure I'm not your stalker. I mean, not to say that you're not pretty enough to have a stalker, but it's just not me. I have hobbies.
You know, stalking can be a hobby. That's how a lot of stalkers make excuses for their behaviors.
Yeah. Speaking of hobbies, what kind of hobbies do you have?
Stalking.
Stalking, like what you're talking about. You don't listen very well, kid.
Oh, you know, I just do art. You know, I kind of, go to different places. I travel a lot. I tend to travel a lot to Mexico, but I just have a lot of family there.
Sure.
Really cool. Are you of Mexican heritage?
Why did you ask it like that?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
My great-grandfather's from there. We have a lot of relatives we still tend to visit.
Actually, really cool. I noticed because I'm from California. There's a lot of like Mexican like heritage that kind of comes through, and I'm trying to learn Spanish so I can order food and stuff and make more friends.
Ah. ¿Por qué?
Yeah, I'm a little porky. I've probably been eating too many toast tart.
You know what? Let's just walk around a bit. Let's just like kind of see the views and stuff.
Is this going well?
I'm not sure. I'm still pretty sure you're a stalker, but you haven't done anything truly concerning for me to have to, run away.
So anyway,
Stalker.
listen. The truth is, I know that we're on a speed date to learn about each other, but the truth is, I think I like somebody else, and I'm sorry to say this, but I'm really just using you to kind of learn how to talk to girls and make sure that I'm as courteous as can be, because I don't really have a lot
Oh,
of
so
dating.
you're just using me. So I'm just an object for you to use.
I'm-
Okay. Well, you know what? That's my purse. I don't know you.
Okay. You're gonna have to beat out his toughness.
16.
It's a 16. So roll. See if you can kick
Not
Charlie
that
in the balls.
You kick me in the balls.
Can Allie adjust it to make it to where she's assisting?
Advantage.
Yeah, you get edge. You
With
get
advantage?
edge because.
Oh my god. Okay.
Let me morph real quick.
Critical success.
So it's
Taco Bell bomb.
it's a critical success. So not only do you, Charlie, do you take 1 damage, you take 2 blunt damage instead, and you are on the ground.
Can I throw up?
You can throw up, piss, or shit yourself. Those are your
I'm
options.
gonna throw up.
So you throw up,
My stomach hurts.
and the simulation gets paused out of nowhere, not your command. And Allie comes next to you, and she's like,
Just trying to be
"Oh,
honest with her.
oh dear. You have to understand, Charlie. This is a simulation, and I mean, you wouldn't say that to a regular woman. Don't get the wrong idea, but I think you need to reset and try." Charlie, listen to me. As I mean, technically, I'm an AI based off a woman, but I identify as a woman, and therefore I am one. So, as one, don't tell women that. Just pretend you're on a date. I'll dial her back a little bit, and I'll make it to where it's not as like she's not as drug dealing and heavy.
I don't want to do this anymore. Can we just end this, please?
Are you sure you don't want to give it another go? I'll make her nicer.
I'm good. I don't want to see this person ever again. Where'd you even get this character model?
Media, when I was catching the internet back in 2010, apparently she was a K-pop star.
She's so unhinged. I'm scared.
She's so unhinged.
I didn't generate her personality. I randomly generated it. I didn't expect it to be drugs and stuff. But I was rolling it because you were doing so good.
Oh, I don't think I was doing good. I think I want to not do this. I think I'll just I think I'll just try my chances with Kiara.
Are you sure? Like you don't want to? You sure you don't want to?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good. Just
Okay.
Did I really
So-
throw up in here? The robot's gonna have to clean this up, or that's simulated?
Nope, that's real. It'll be fine. We'll get it up. It's okay. So we're going back to the simulation room. Thank you, Lila, for participating and kicking Charlie in the balls.
All right.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you,
Beautiful.
Miss.
Amazing.
Jeez, he was just trying to be a good boyfriend, follow Luke's advice.
But he did it.
Well-
cheerfully. And then he was being.
I mean, he did a good job. He did a good job asking for consent, making sure she was relatively comfortable.
Yeah. It wasn't until he told her about whole using her thing, he would have been fine.
God, what the fuck?
Hey, Kiara, check this out. This is what I just learned. That's my purse. I don't know you. And I kick her
Oh
in
my
the-
god, no! Don't do that.
Let's get cocaine together. Let's go to Mexico.
Oh my god, no!
Personality is dipped into his brain.
Apparently so. But
Now
anyway,
he's possessed with Aurora.
All right. I'm going to head out.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now that you're done with that, while you recover and the robots clean up your puke, before we end tonight's session, we're gonna go jump back up to everybody up on the next floor. While Haikawa and Hiada prepare dinner. we're gonna jump back up here real quick and see what Jiraiya. I'm gonna go ahead and delete these right here. What Jiraiya, Luke, and Javi are up to. What are y'all doing?
Hey, Javi,
Hmm.
can I borrow you for a moment?
Sure. He's just gonna put down the. He's just gonna pause his game and put it in his pocket.
Gonna come over here again, just be like, listen.
Discorded the ship.
Yeah. It's like, okay. So, I'm sure Charlie shared the good news, yeah.
that he's finally with the girl we all knew he'd get with. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm pretty sure you and I both know that this man has never had sex in his life. And I don't know how to approach having that conversation with him to make sure he's safe and smart, because I feel like it's gonna happen eventually. Do you
Yeah.
want to try to talk to him about that?
About safe sex.
Yeah.
I feel like we should get. I feel like. Well, I personally don't have experience. So I feel like we should get.
Luke
I
kind of
feel like we
pauses
should.
for a second, like,
Yeah, and then while not noticing you, like, like taking a second to take that in, I'm just gonna be like, maybe we should go get Hayakawa. There's no way he doesn't have experience.
This
That
is
guy's
Luke
fresh.
does the blink.
Awesome.
Luke does the blink thing.
Luke? It just like snaps fingers in your face. Luke?
So you're wanting to tag Hayakawa in on this?
Like, yeah, fool. Let's go get him. Where is he? Where is he?
I think he's
He's
busy.
gonna walk off already.
He's busy making
Downstairs. Yoink.
Luke just stands there for a minute, like, what have I done?
Hayakawa, how to sex?
Yes. How to
This has
sex?
been a very
What? How to
This has been a
sex?
weird episode. I'm sorry if I've played any part in
This is
derailing.
fucking great. This is fucking great. We're going back downstairs, boys. We're going back downstairs. I want to see how this ends.
He's just standing there in the corner, like, I'm so concerned. Like, he doesn't know. He's just gonna let Javi do this. He's like, fuck it.
How to sex? What are you asking me, Javi? How to sex?
So did Javi just reveal that he to Luke that
He's a virgin. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just revealed to Luke that he's a virgin. And then
Yeah,
walked
just-
off.
Yeah, just like not really caring, like it doesn't matter to him.
he's like, yeah, I was just gonna talk to this dude about it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'll go talk to Hayakawa. That man definitely has experience. Like he's hot. How could he not?
Luke was gonna follow up with something, but Javi just walked off to find Hayakawa, so he didn't get to.
All right. So,
Wait, fuck.
So Hieda's here. She's changed so she can adapt to using her human form while doing this as well. And her and Hayakawa he's showing her some cooking techniques, and all that kind of stuff. So she is right here, by the way, just so you.
Yeah, he sees that and he's gonna be like, oh fuck, and he's just gonna be like, he's like, how am I gonna do this? Like, how am I gonna get
How
out of
to
there?
sex?
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the pantry room and then I'm gonna call Hayakawa through our communicators.
He picks up his phone and clicks it. Hello.
Hey fool, can you come to the pantry room real quick?
Okay, you could have asked me in person.
Just real quick.
Okay.
God, imagine if Hayakawa just thinks I'm about to confess to him.
So you just want to keep stirring it, and then when you stir it for a little bit, and then if you wouldn't mind, you can go ahead and chop up these onions real quick. That'd be nice. All right, thank you. And he comes in here. He really concerned. What's this about? As he pokes his head from the door. What's going on?
He's like, I just, me and Luke just have a concern that we wanted to run by you.
He walks in.
He's like,
Okay.
okay, so we just want to make sure that that Charlie and Hannah are practicing safe sex,
He's taking
and
back.
we
Whoa,
figure,
whoa! What do you mean, Charlie and Hieta? What's going on?
well, we just want them to understand, like, want them to know the importance of safe sex and how to have safe
Why would they
sex.
be having sex?
It's just in case, Hayakawa.
Did I miss something?
There was he not there for this?
No, he was in his room.
Uh, so they're together now. They're boyfriend and girlfriend, and me and Luke are concerned for for them,
Okay.
and we just want somebody. We just want you to be the one to talk to them about it.
You're putting words in Luke's mouth.
Okay. So, y'all are closer than me and Charlie. He's watched me do some technology stuff, but y'all are definitely closer. Y'all are the better pick, unless you guys just know I can lay it down.
And I'm gonna be like, "You goddamn right, I know that." So get in there, champ.
He's just like, okay, all right, yeah. I'll talk to him after dinner, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Oh shit. Cool. Glad we got that settled.
He walks off with a bit of.
And he walks off, and I'm gonna go to my communicator and talk to Luke and be like, "It's done."
Avi, I didn't mean for it to
I'm
happen
cut it.
immediately. I was
Cut it.
trying
Immediately
to
cut it.
Goes.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna immediately cut communications after being like, "It's done," and then just walk out the room.
Luke's going downstairs. Luke's coming downstairs.
Some end of movie thing.
Yeah.
Hayakawa's just gonna go sit next to Charlie and say, "Ankles on shoulders," and pat his arm.
What? What?
Nah, I'm playing. He doesn't do that. He comes back up in here a bit more confidence as he
I was-
has finished chopping the onions and she's still stirring. And
I thought he actually said that. I was gonna be like, Javi is gonna realize his mistake and be like, "I should have just told him."
he goes to the airlock, lets himself out.
I don't want to be here.
Luke is speed walking. Luke speed walks into the kitchen, grabs Javi by the shoulders, spins him around in the chair, and is like, "I didn't mean right now."
Everyone turns at you because you said that really loud.
And I'm just gonna I'm gonna look at, like, kind of look around the room and be like, "Luke, what are you talking about?"
Luke straightens himself up, adjusts his glasses.
You do not have to do that. You do not have to straighten yourself up for anybody.
Oh, haha, funny. But no, Luke kind of like,
Oh! He as the player did not get it either.
I'm guessing you spoke to Hayakawa.
Yeah, like we talked about.
I didn't mean for you to talk to him
And
right
I'm gonna put
now.
my finger up to his face and just not on him, but like up to him, and be like, "Shh, it's done."
Oh God, I love it.
Luke's just gonna sigh.
He's
pinch
gonna
the
pull
bridge
his PSP back out and start finishing up God of War. He's at the end game.
Luke just sighs, pinches the bridge of his nose, comes over here, and quietly, just in Japanese, he knows that Hieda's right there, but just very quietly, just do not talk to him immediately. I don't want to scare him.
The only person that doesn't speak Japanese in this room is Javi.
Yeah. And Hieta's right there, by the way.
She's busy chopping onions.
True. So Hayakawa turns around, he's just like, "Don't worry, I got y'all." He kind of like slaps your chest with his hand, just like, "I got you. Don't worry."
Yes. We'll be going on a double date.
With who?
I'm just kidding. I'm not really saying anything that I'm saying.
He's like, "I got you. Don't worry about it. Just relax."
Meanwhile, Javi's just like, "No, they're brothers. Why are they fighting? Why are you making me fight Davos?"
Just completely in his own world.
Anyway, so we're gonna see how well Hayakawa and Hieta make this thing. He has a specialization with cooking.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
God damn. I mean, she don't need to do anything, but I mean, I'm gonna let her do it anyway.
It's gonna be a fumble. She's gonna be the reason it's messed up.
It's a
burn
23, so
something.
it's kind of hard not to succeed at this point. Ooh.
What were you saying?
The
Not a fumble. Not a fumble though.
and it's not a fumble, but Hayakawa carried it. He saw her. He rolled high enough that he saw what she was doing, and he didn't want to like make her feel bad. So when she wasn't looking, he fixed it.
That's cute. That's funny. I like that.
That's a very Hayakawa thing to do. He's very sweet.
So they present y'all with the stir fry, and it's time to eat dinner. And kind of like on cue, I guess. You hear the heavy footsteps. So I guess after everything and some decisions, y'all hear the heavy footsteps, and coming through the doorway, barely, is a giant tiger man wearing like sweatpants.
Oh my god.
As he yawns very loudly, as it very deep yawn, as he just kind of moseys on over, and he sits down. And
Flashbacks and
so because this table's pretty big, there are tiny robots on the table. I don't know if I've ever told y'all that. There are tiny robots on the table that will distribute food if it's out of reach, so you don't have to like pass it along. Or you can pass it along, it's up to y'all.
It makes it feel like a family if we pass it along.
Okay, y'all can pass it along. So y'all are passing everything along. I don't know what else would go with stir fry. I'm not cultured. So
There's, I don't know, dumplings.
Dumplings are good, yeah. Dumplings, stir fry, a little bit of everything. Hayakawa knows that some of y'all are American, like Jiraiya keeps reminding him in frustration. So there are a few American things: mashed potatoes, maybe some chopped just carrots, maybe steamed broccoli, stuff like that. But yeah, if y'all see y'all hear the heavy footsteps as the giant tiger man, just wearing black sweats, basically just stumbles in and sits down. Doesn't say anything, just starts asking y'all to pass food his way, as he just kind of mixes everything together in this big ass fucking bowl a robot brings, as he just starts going to town.
Orion, did you have a good nap?
Mouth is full. He takes a big swallow. It was decent. I will be going back to sleep after I eat. I'm still a bit weary, but I was hungry, so I decided to come down and make sure to eat with y'all. Then he continues to eat more of his giant, ungodly mixture of everything.
Glad to have you join us today.
He just continues to eat. How is everybody liking Hayakawa's god tier food?
It's amazing as always.
Yeah, I'm distracted from the Tigerman because it's so good, and I'm like giving here all the credit. I'm just like, oh my god, you're such an amazing cook.
Hayakawa's just like,
No, Hayakawa is just like, she did a really good job for trying these dishes for the first time. I'm impressed. Needs a little work, but hey, she definitely impressed me. You need to help me cook more often. We can start with breakfast tomorrow. And she nods in excitement. She's like, oh, she's feeling herself. She feels so glad that everyone's really enjoying the food. She's horrified but what Orion has done by mixing everything in a giant bowl and just eating it. But she's like, it must be hella good if he can mix all of it together and just eat it like the way that he is.
Do me and Javi have any sort of PTSD for seeing Orion like this?
Hey, you brought it up, so I need both of you to roll me.
PTSD roll.
You need to roll me willpower. Roll me survival.
I just figured since Javi was still playing his PSP, he knows he's there. He just hasn't looked at him yet.
Built different.
Well, Charlie, you have to roll it. So, and good luck beating the fear. So, unfortunately, that's not enough. So,
Jesus, that's not enough.
He-
We have like a 2 in that too.
yeah, but yeah, that's not enough. Too
Suddenly
short.
Stop eating.
Meanwhile, Javi's like playing with one hand and like stuffing food in his mouth, and then being like, "Yes, as brothers, we'll defeat Thanatos together."
They put us in the hospital.
just like don't shit yourself, don't shit yourself, don't shit yourself.
Yeah.
I just suddenly stop eating, and I'm just like, oh, I lost my.
Since you are on your PSP, Allie will float over you and is going to threaten to turn it off. And she's just like, "Hey, no video games at the table. Eat and converse."
Okay. He's just gonna pause the game and turn it off, slide it back into his pocket, and then then he's gonna look around the table.
All
And
right,
then he's gonna see him.
roll survival.
Giant Tigerman.
He's got this big bowl, and he's mostly just eating it with his face first into it, hands wrapped around it, just going.
God.
Oh my god.
Wow. Yeah, not enough. You're horrified.
I'm just gonna drop the fork I had.
For a split moment, as you look at him eating, the bowl goes lower than his eyes, and you feel as if he stares into your soul menacingly with his tiger brow.
Oh god.
Again, he's just standing there. He's just sitting there with like his hand in like the holding the fork position, but like it's not in his hand because he dropped it, and just looking at him.
Kratos!
Yeah, Kratos.
Charlie's nose starts bleeding from the fear.
Okay, we're not going that far. You didn't roll that low. You're fine. You're just like
I'm trying to hit the holy trinity of like, just have like a bunch of different stuff come out of me in one day.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
not
yeah.
blood. Okay, I'm just sweating.
Yeah, but we're gonna
Hey,
go ahead.
Orion. Not to be rude, but why aren't you suited up?
He's still eating, and he puts his finger up, and Allie floats over to him. Do you want me to tell him since you're occupied? And he just kind of gives a thumbs up. Well, you see, after the whole thing and reveal of his true nature and coming a bit to terms, he feels a little better being out in his true skin. I mean, this is who he is, big furriness and tail and everything. It's a lot more comfortable. It's not as compressed and awkward. He will probably still do it from time to time, as he has issues still with coming to terms with what he did and what he did with his hands. But he's getting better, and I think this is good for him. He's just being comfortable in his own skin. Can you imagine living in a body that you hate? It'd be horrible.
Got it.
He eventually stops, does a big swallow, massive burp. The burp kind of shakes the room a little bit. I understand that given what happened in the simulation room for Javi and Charlie, this might be a bit of a hard pill to swallow, if that's the right term. But Ali is right. With everything going on, and I would like to be comfortable, not having to compress myself, just being who I am, and getting y'all accustomed to that. I still will probably wear the clothes and everything occasionally, but I'm tired, and just being like this is a lot easier for me than hiding myself. And if y'all would be okay with that, I would love to continue to just be free.
Javi's gonna just place his hands on the table, and he's gonna be like, "No, yeah, cool.
We're both saying cool.
Cool. He's gonna pick up his fork and just start start eating.
I've got a spoon, and like the dumpling keeps falling off of it before it gets to my mouth. So I'm shaking so much. No. I'm a little bit concerned. Like, why is he so tired? Is he gonna have to let like a planet go or something? Like, What's going on here?
Do you wanna ask him that?
Yeah, like you seem a lot more tired than normal. Is everything okay with like you holding our universes and stuff?
It has brought the usual strain. I think the stress is getting to me. With everything going on, I am afraid that something is going to come along, and I will have to let go of one of your worlds. I am afraid that my strength will not be enough to protect any of you from something that you may not be strong enough to face. I fear that with the news that Marcus has turned on Billy, I fear that he might be coming for Luke next. And at my current state, I don't know if I could take Marcus. He seems to be growing in power. And I'd hate to have to let go of one of your worlds to have to stop him. Or anyone else that comes along. I'm tired, stressed out, and just worried in general. We have a lot going on, and I've had to learn a lot in a short amount of time. I'm just exhausted, plain and simple, and having to carry the weight is not making it any easier. Once I get some rest, consecutive rest, I might be asleep for a few days. Not around the ship a lot, so if you need me, I'll be in the cabin sleeping, maybe waking up to eat, going back to sleep, until I have regained my strength after all the stress of hyperforce breathing down our necks. I should be fine after that, but it still worries me.
Why would he come after me when he's got Billy to chase?
Depending on what happens, for all we know, Billy's dead. He very much could be dead, or Marcus could be dead. But I don't think Marcus is the one who's going to lose that fight. If anything, Marcus would take Billy with him. But we have not detected such a catastrophe, so I'm assuming Marcus lived, and maybe he did kill Billy and his entire team. We don't know. But Psycho Rangers are known for their obsession. Marcus doesn't seem to be tailored to colors, mostly his past. So, with that being said,
I'm the only thing that still exists.
as far as we're aware, and he knows we'll come back. For all we know, he might be there now, and the only people that could stand in his way are the Lone Ranger and Dr. Banner. One of the recordings that the Lone Ranger sent me said Dr. Banner helps him sometimes with the whole monster situation. So, if Marcus did go for a fight, it between him and the Lone Ranger and Dr. Banner, Dr. Banner might survive. Lone Ranger is tough, sure, but it'd either be Marcus or Dr. Banner.
There's a chance that Billy 1C is dead. There's a chance.
Potentially. But I wouldn't know where to start to even look for his body if he is dead.
He was just over there when we just saw him at fighting with Stanley Burke. Like, he's got to be close by, right? We've got to find out, because if we find out and Billy's not a threat anymore, that means that the multiverse can be safe, like, right?
It does. I just have a strong feeling whatever we're looking for, we will find back in the 70s. Call it intuition.
Luke gets. He just kind of takes his plate, dumps what's left, puts it in the sink. I'm going to bed.
Okay, so Luke storms off to bed.
He doesn't storm off, he just gets up,
He
puts his plate away, and leaves.
gets his so he does that. Okay, and Luke has a 16. So yep, that definitely beats that. Okay, Orion incited you. So what were you feeling in that moment that Orion would immediately pick up on?
Luke is terrified.
Of
The potential of another conflict happening
with Marcus.
with Marcus.
Okay. Cool.
And what might result of that conflict with the current team.
Okay. Before we end session, does anyone want to do anything else?
I've done way enough in this game.
Not enough. Go to your bed. Go to your bedroom, Charlie. Not enough.
Whoa.
Is Javi wanting to do anything?
Yeah, I'm asking everybody.
Javi's just gonna go to his room after he puts up his plate and everything. He's just gonna finish God of War Goes to Sparta
And cry in his room.
Yeah.
Crying while slowly loading in Chains of Olympus.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly as that. He just kind of goes on like a binge for it and doesn't go to bed. Doesn't even go to bed, and you'll find out the next morning that he didn't.
Okay, so that being said, we're gonna cut to Orion's cabin. Some unspecified point in the night. Allie's going to start trying to wake him up again, and it's gonna be like, "This better be important." It is important. We've gotten closer, and we've picked up another voicemail from the Lone Ranger. Not even like trying to move. Just the MP3 player, like pause, rewind, everything just pops in his head as he's laying on his side. He just taps the play button, and you hear, "All right, hey, it's me again. I'm hoping that these aren't just floating out into space, and I hope that you guys are actually coming back. I really hope. But I've got great news. I think it's a little bit great. Well, I happened to go out North State, close to the border of Canada. Some of them pirate fellas were up there. They were messing around. I was up there, and I was kicking ass, taking names, listening to a really good song in the snow. I tried to check them. Maybe it might have been a distraction. I really don't know. But I got tackled. And in that tackle was Marcus. He's back. I shot him in the head. He's all right, though. He's okay. He's just a little stupid and a little slow and a little naive. That's all right. We all are. And in the background of this recording, you just hear, "I'm not naive." "Oh, no, you're naive. All right. Anyway, well, he's here. We just killed some monster that the pirate guys sent down and all that jazz. You know how it is, standard Power Ranger stuff. But if you guys would come back at some point, me and him had a long talk. And then we killed the monster. And we had another long talk. That long talk was awkward and it didn't even need to happen. Why does it matter if I'm... No, hold on a little bit. No, don't mention anything. I don't want them to hear it on the recording. That's private talk. I'm going to get you one. I'm going to get you a man. Don't worry about it." Anyway, so like I was saying, he's here. He's helping me out and everything. And, well, I was going to try to get the Life Force team back on board, but I don't think they want to see, red feathers over here. Might be a little bit awkward. A little bit too soon for the reunion, if you ask me. But we're here. Don't shoot him when you see him. He'll be all right. We're still kicking ass. And he gets really quiet. "Hey, Orion, if you're listening to this, how much do you charge those little fuckers for rent? Because this little bitch is trying to hop on my ship, and I'm thinking about renting a room out. How much you charging them little fuckers? I know they ain't staying there for free."
I fucking love him so much.
Anyway, so if you could get me back on that price point for your ship damages, then we will we get back on that. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Wait for you to come back. It's been a couple of weeks. Bye.
he accidentally just ends one of his calls with "All right, love you, bye." Like, why did I say that?
Oh,
How
come
much
on.
can you charge the little fuckers for rent? I know you ain't let them stay for free.
We pay in love.
We pay in our bodies. What do you mean? You get the fuck beaten out of us weekly.
I'm really glad you specified because hearing pain in your bodies did not sound good.
Get the fuck out of here, Lone Ranger, and you fucking break the fourth wall, Deadpool looking ass.
Anyway, so Orion finishes that, and Allie's just like leaning over his shoulder, arms over his shoulder, just like propped up on him, just like, "So, this is interesting." You heard him in the background, right? Yes, I heard him in the background. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go down there. I'm going to make sure I'm well rested. And I'm going to make sure that if this is a trap, or if Marcus is just playing us, that I will do what is needed. I don't think that's gonna come to that. I think you might be overreacting. I mean, I knew you were paranoid, but I mean, this just takes the cake. I mean, he's with the Lone Ranger of all people. You know how much patience that takes? This is true. The Lone Ranger does have. He's just fucking weird, but the patience, you are right. The patience Marcus would have to have with his anger issues. I'll give it a chance, but I'm going to be ready. I will not allow anything to happen. We've come too far. Okay, if you're sure. And are you going to tell any? No, I'm not. Of course you're not. If I were to tell Luke that I was readying myself to kill Marcus, that may only make Luke uneasy, afraid that the moment that Marcus does anything brash, that he might get thrown into a sun. But I will give him a chance. I have to see how this plays out. Now I'm going back to bed. Okay. And that's that. And that is the end of our first jump back into the main campaign. How much you charging little fuckers for rent? I know you ain't living in for free.
That was
I know
fucking
you ain't letting them
great.
stay on your ship for free.
Little fuckers.
Them little fuckers.